What's going on, everybody? So it's time to do my town hall recap. Now, I know it's already Thursday and it's pretty late, and I'm sorry about that, but I had a really busy week again. I talked about that yesterday when I was on Splinterlands TV. I have to work a lot on Monday and Tuesdays, and then on Wednesday, I'm on Splinterland TV. And guess what? If you were there yesterday, 2 people won legendary cards. So I know a lot of you watch my recap and you enter the comment for a chance for 2,000 dark crystals, but maybe it's time to make sure you're on Splinterlands TV, because on Wednesday night when I let people challenge me, if you beat me, you spin a winner's wheel and you have a chance to win legendary or an epic cards or a common. It's all luck, but 2 people took me for a Chaos Dragon and a Carnage Titan because I gave them, kind of middle of the road legendary cards. Now, we're going to, again, use Rosie W's post, and I zoomed in pretty big here just because I like the idea of supporting her account while I do my recaps. I hope she doesn't mind, but I'm also going to try to remember to put a link to her post on the YouTube video. I forgot about that last time. You still have a few days to give her post a vote. I did it today, and you can see she does cover all Splinterlands stuff behind this town hall. Not a bad follow on Hive. So let's get into this because we want to do it kind of quick. This wasn't the biggest town hall as far as announcements for the future. While there was a couple nice nuggets, it was more of a kind of a get ready, SPS is coming to rewards, but they gave us a post on Wednesday. I already did a video about that, so watch the last video if you want a lot of information on what I thought about the SPS rewards coming. I will say one thing I maybe got a little bit wrong is I underestimated the fact that this might make some people sell off some SPS, expecting a lot of weak-hand people to get some, maybe expecting the bot farms out there to go ahead and start selling these. If that is true, then that is going to maybe keep the token from going up as much as we would want, but at the same time they talked about some stuff coming into the game that is going to possibly help it start to, get bigger accounts to want to hold more SPS. So we had Aggroed and Cryptomancer and Whitebeard and Night. I gotta remember, but Natal. I'm not saying his name right. I'm so bad. And when I actually met Splinterfest, I'm going to be so mad if I don't know what their names are. It's Weirdbeard. I don't know why I had a hard time with that one. And I got to remember Nate's last name. But I'll probably just call him Nate. But Aggro and Cryptomancer, I got those ones at least. Okay, so they were the main people there. There's she lists Matt here, but she lists up here the people who are actually there. When Matt's not there, you're not going to get any crazy introductions. So they talked about the fact that Splinterfest tickets were going on sale. We'll take a quick look over at how that sale is going, and I would say so far on the VIP tickets there has been a decent amount of those sold at the 2,000 price point. I don't know if as many of these have been sold here at the $300 price point. I bought one $300 one and one $2,000 one, and I have to admit, watching that SPS disappear from my wallet, I was like, ugh, I have to buy up SPS while it's still at a nickel and get that all back over the next couple months. So guys, keep selling it to me, please, but we'll see what ends up happening to the people as we earn it back, because that was a lot of SPS to just disappear right out of my wallet. But let's go ahead and go back over here. They basically, the way this is working, you buy a $300 ticket or a $2,000 ticket, you either get VIP access or regular access. You get a $300 off or $1,000 off on one of the special promo cards they're going to be giving out that is going to be a legendary summoner. They cost $1,000 and $5,000. I'm for sure going to be buying the $1,000 version using the $300 off ticket that I got for my wife to go in with me. As far as my VIP ticket and that $1,000 discount off the $5,000 gold foil, I don't know if I'll be using that. If you would like it, you can reach out to me on Discord or join my Telegram, and we might be able to work something out if you are planning to want to buy that card because you really want that gold foil legendary. I think some of the bigger people in the game are not sure if it'll hold the value of $5,000, so it might be a little bit of a reach. But if I gave it to you for just a couple $100 or whoever offers me the most, then it wouldn't cost you $5,000. But we'll have to just see if there is a market for those. It would be pretty cool if before that thing is dropped, the non-card market was out, so that you could see one of the first things that you could sell would be these codes to be able to make sure that you get one of these cards. That's the other thing on the $300 ticket, while you do only get the $300 discount off of the $1,000 version of the card, it is a guaranteed card. So if you we'll have a chance to use our promo cards and pay for our cards and get them for sure, as opposed to having to try to get them when the card drops. If it is a very good 3-cost legendary summoner similar to Waka for another team, and it is, I think this is cheaper than Waka, but I would have to double check. I do expect it to sell out, especially because if you buy it on the regular market, you'll have a chance for it turning gold foil. So you know, a lot of people are probably going to check that out. I don't know how many people are going to be at Splinterfest, but one of the main things they pointed out is that they do have a goal here of making sure that if you do come, that you're going to get your values worth while you're at the event. There's going to be some very big ghost tournaments with very big prizes, and if there's not that many of us, if only 50 people show up, well, then to get to the top 16, you guys just have to be better than 30 or 40 people, right? Now, if a couple hundred people show up, then getting top 16 is going to be a lot harder, and I don't know, I haven't heard if they've given us any numbers at this point. I have been kind of in a tunnel vision work, and then Splinterlands TV, and then more work. So I might have missed it. If I did, go ahead and leave a comment below for some extra credit, and I'd really appreciate that. Now, we did get to see some of the miniature artwork here that they've been working on for Kron. It's really cool to see this coming along. I know a few other people out there are kind of liking the idea of having a tabletop Splinterlands game. It would be really fun to be able to go to some tabletop events or have a tabletop nights with your friends, play this game, have them go, oh, you know, this is a pretty cool game. Hopefully they can make it fun. And you can go, yeah, I play Splinterlands and I made all this money and it let me buy this game for free. Maybe you guys should check out the way that you can play to earn on the internet, besides just, you know, chilling here at my house and playing my games I bought. But we'll see, you know, how that works. I know it'll also give us another kind of way to have another kind of content created for Splinterlands, so that's actually kind of exciting. They did say that Splinterfest will have a lot of leaks. We're going to find out more about the tower defense game, and maybe they're going to leak to us kind of like what we're getting for free for being people in the Splinterlands ecosystem, or the discounts we're going to get. Because somebody did ask if we use our Splinterlands card in the tower defense game, and they said no, that there's going to be separate cards over there. But if they're going to let them use like the Splinterlands name and characters, Matt and Nagy have always made sure that the people holding assets get some kind of reward when new stuff comes out. Or you know, I think that they should have proven that to you, so I'm expecting there to be something. There's going to be the chance for people to win land plots, which are pretty cool. And they said that the prizes range from about $10,000 to $15,000 just for the tournaments, so that's pretty amazing. On top of that, when you buy your tickets, they say you're going to get a grab bag or a VIP grab bag, and I'm probably going to do kind of like a quick little video while I'm up there, just on my iPhone if you guys want, where I kind of go through the grab bags and show things. Also, my Sunday morning Splinterlands TV stream is going to be after day 1 of Splinterfest, before day 2, and I'm going to hopefully be able to stream from the hotel. I'll have to make sure the internet access is good enough, and I have to work on making sure I have a laptop set up and ready to go. I have to do a little bit of work on that, but I have some time, and it should be a lot of fun if I can do that. Now, if we get into a little bit more, Weirdbeard talked about the fact that this was going to be ghost tournaments where everybody gets the same cards. That does mean that anybody that goes, whether you're somebody that owns all the cards or not, you're going to have a chance to you know, compete, and you'll have all the cards. I do say that like the hardcore players that already have all the cards, they're going to have a little bit of an advantage unless you go out and you study like those cards that you don't own, the kind of decks that are really good with them. Like I'm not that good with the Prince Renan. I don't quite know when to pull him out because I don't own one. Same thing with all the beta summoners. I just don't always know when's the best time to use them. So I just need to kind of go through, I think, a lot of the matches where they're used a lot to get a feel for, hey, what mana. I feel like their mana ranges are about 25 to 30. And then once you get into the 40s and 50s, the 7s start to take over. But I know like Valimir and Prince Renan can kind of push that a little further. So it's an interesting setup. But we'll have to see, you know, if maybe some players that are really good down in Silver can come and beat up some of the big boys up at the top just because they play in a much more competitive field than I think Champion is, and they're better players. But then again, do they know all the abilities that the upper level cards have and how they change around some of the cards? So it's going to be fun. It's going to be kind of interesting. They're saying they're considering giving us an NFT battle pass, so you get into the whole set of tournaments for free, because they said it's not going to cost us anything to get there. But I'm guessing that would be kind of like a cool collector's thing. Even if you weren't somebody that wanted a lot of stuff, you'd have this NFT battle pass. They also said that something like this also could be later on tournaments. Kind of fuzzy. I don't remember this exact thing, and there's not a good explanation here, so I'm thinking this was kind of fuzzy. But there's definitely going to be more like a series of ghost card tournaments in the future, and it would be interesting if just by going to Splinterfest you got a pass there where you could get into 2 or 3 of those for free, because they might be sponsored and they might have big prizes. They did also say that they don't plan on having any vendors there trying to sell us anything, but I have heard some other projects might have little tables there that have partnerships with Splinterlands. Now, I've heard that from the EMP Money team. I'll be doing a video on a big update to that project right after this one, and I'm going to try to post them both tonight, so we'll see if I can pull that off. But for sure, this one will go up today, and maybe the other one will go up early tomorrow. But it's a pretty exciting thing to know that you're not going to be sitting there getting like pitched by like all these random projects. It's going to be more of a hangout, talk to other players, get a lot of new information leaked to us and things like that. So this could be pretty fun. Crypto Mentor was there. He does bring kind of the fire when it comes to dev work. He does say that he is now working on brawls and specifically adding SPS rewards to brawls. So that means pretty soon SPS rewards could be coming to brawls. Now, one of the main differences with SPS rewards that we've clearly seen is they're rewarding people for making it to the top and being cream of the crop, because the higher you are, the less players there are completing, so the more rewards that you get per battle. I get 3 to 4 to 5 SPS per battle up in Champion on Wild, and I get 2 to 3 to 4 on my Diamond account on Modern. And I'm trying to get the Modern one into Champion. It's just a lot harder. There's less people there, and losses are more devastating to your rating. But overall, I would say that this is just going to be one more thing that rewards you for being very active and pushing yourself to the top you can go, because they're going to have a similar setup where the higher league of the brawl that you're in, the higher SPS rewards you can earn and the less people that'll be there. So they did mention if there was just one guild at the top, well, then they would just get all the SPS rewards that were supposed to go to that tier. So that would be pretty wild. They did talk a little bit about how much would be given out, but eventually, as we get the announcement for how all of this works, I'll be able to do a video that covers it better. The governance proposal system is in the system and is live, but doesn't have a real proposal. But we can go ahead and check this out really quick. So if you go over here to your SPS tab and you click on the proposals tab, you'll see we have our first proposal. Now, this proposal doesn't do anything. It just wants to see how many million of SPS are going to be used in the voting. And you can see right now that votes for is 97 millions and votes against is only 24 million, but we have over 100 million people voting. That means my 250-ish thousand vote that I'm about to do against should push this up to a little bit closer to 29 million. But hey, even me, who has what some people would say is a big stake, cannot move the needle by myself. There are some much bigger accounts to me. Like I said, you think I'm a whale, but the real whales, they're not as public. So let's go. So that would be how you get your vote. It's a very easy. You saw it's very simple, keychain thing. And now my 258,000 vote bumped this up to 28,741. And I'm voting against the proposal that does nothing, because that's wasting my time. It's just really for us all to see how many people come and vote. So hey, come and vote. It doesn't cost you anything except for some resource credits. So as long as you have enough hives that worth there, that's not a problem. You can go ahead and get into that. But it's nice to see that system in place, because like I said, if we can get some whale wars fighting, well, then they just might go out and buy millions of SPS to win a vote. How cool would that be? There's definitely this is going to be like the time where the game starts to move away from Splinterlands making big decisions. Like a lot of people say, should you need 2 vouchers to buy a Rift Watchers pack, or should you need a voucher the entire time, the entire sale? Those could both be proposals now with the proposal system out that they could put to the people and we could vote. And I'm telling you that they'll probably make you need vouchers, because all the big SPS holders have a ton of free vouchers. So just know that one thing with this kind of governance, if you're not holding SPS, if you guys, even in your small, because if you have 10,000 small accounts with 1,000 SPS. That's a lot of SPS you guys can vote. But if you're all holding nothing, then you're just going to have to listen to what the big accounts want to happen to this game in the future. We talked a little bit more about Conquer Yasik, and I think that it's, they're saying that, we're getting pretty close. It could be just about 2 weeks, and then this card is going to be coming into the game, and then we're going to see just how good he is. I did do a little bit of testing with this with crypto, with one of the people the other day, and it was a lot of fun. And we saw that this card is not obviously going to win every single time, but the underestimated power of him is just the +2 speed for a team that is already kind of ridiculously fast. I think that really helps set them aside. Is like, just, you could blow an entire nether team away before they even get to go. It's kind of wild. He does obviously combo very well with blast cards, which is kind of nice because those cards were kind of overlooked because Jotun provides blast, but now you have some archers with blast, and all of a sudden with Yasik, they can just attack random areas and do 3 damage to a lot of things. So this should be pretty exciting. Gank has said that he doesn't like some of the proposal systems and stuff like that. He's a bigger whale in the system. So they did say there could be some stuff that changes, and they're going to be watching everything. But obviously, when like one of your biggest people out there in the system says stuff, you listen. That makes sense. But we'll just have to see what they end up deciding to do. The convert SPS to DEC is live. So if we go back over to the site and we go over here to SPS tab, you can see here you can hit convert. I could say I want to dump 100 of my SPS and pick up 5,000 DEC. Now, I have to double check on the price of DEC because that's probably not a good deal right now. But let's go ahead and we'll take a look. Okay, yeah, we're still a little bit under. That is more for when this is over. So if this gets to 0.003, like 2, it's time to burn some coins because you could theoretically burn them, get the deck, buy your SPS right back, and you'd get a little bit of deck left over in your wallet. The more that you have it, the more that you burn, the more that would work. But it's only going to work for a few moments, and then it's going to fix. And to be honest, it might not be a game you want to play. It's nice to see with the DEC pump. The nice thing about DEC getting back to peg is it raises all ships to a better minimum price. You can see that no more under $1, under $2 chaos packs are for sale. You can see vouchers are up a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Untamed packs are back over $30 when they were down around like $28. Everything starts to go up when DEC is at peg, and that's really the magic of having a stable coin. If we can keep DEC at peg so that you can't get a discount anymore when you buy packs, so that you can burn, people are burning SPS to get more DEC, and we're getting just that overall system working, that is the sweet spot for the assets to start to go up in value. So it's pretty fun to see that in general, all the assets are going up in value except for maybe the SPS token. And like I said, I think that's because people are a little afraid that it's going to be, one of those things where it just keeps getting pushed down. Okay. Oops. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong post. So as we keep on going, we got to see Nate's card. Nate, I don't know how to say his last name, but that's pretty cool. I would love them to make a card, like the team to make me a card like that. I think I'll zoom just a little bit out because I'm so in that we can't see the eye candy that well right now, but we got to see Nate's card. There was a couple people that joined it. If you really are interested, one of them was a female voice actress. It was kind of cool that she was there. She got to use her voice, and you could see why she's able to do that. She's, they talked a lot about some of the different things she's been a part of, and it's pretty cool. They also had somebody from the help desk join. These things are kind of nice to, just talk to people that are on the team, see that this movement is providing jobs to people all over the world and all over the place, and hopefully we continue to just grow the company, grow the community, and it becomes a real powerhouse. They were showing off some of the work that Kai has done, one of the graphic artists who also came in. So they did the Splinterlands sale, the promo card, and the title and promo card that we're going to be getting for going, the competition. So you could see there's all these different roles they did for the Splinterfest stuff. We also got to see the non-card market pictures again. So this is something that's kind of cool because you can see right here you have Untamed packs, you have Chaos packs. I've actually been selling my Untamed packs, but I'm actually going to hold them now to try to sell here because I want to see what the prices are once you can actually sell them on here, where people who don't want to go to tribal decks has actual chance to buy them. I'm also ready to see what happens to kind of the totems and titles once those get sellable, because I have like an extra title that I could sell because I bought enough land tracks to get 2 explorer titles. I don't need 2 anymore really. So if somebody wanted to buy it from me because maybe they bought a decent amount of land, but after the sale they don't have an explorer title, well, now they can get one. So it'll be interesting to see what those kind of things go for. Man, the cards today, you new players are getting spoiled. Check out this Rift Watchers card they showed us. It looks like a mage, and he's a time meddler of some kind. So, I don't know, we've already got the one-time mage in the game, but he'll be called time meddler. I wonder what that does. Maybe instead of slowing down speed, like the slowness on the time mage, the time meddler will speed up a team. I don't know. We'll have to see once the card actually comes out. We got a cool wallpaper. Remember, there is black borders on these. You could use a Photoshop app like Photofia to quickly take that black off if you wanted this picture to not have those borders. And that kind of wraps up most of the stuff that went on during the regular town hall. They did have a question and answer section. Nothing super big here except for one major question. They asked whether or not we would be getting more new abilities in the Rift Watcher set, and the answer was yes. And I think we already kind of knew that, but now we know for sure there'll be at least a few more new abilities coming out to affect the meta of the game. My current plan with Rift Watchers was to get 1,000 packs, but I'm starting to wonder if 5,000 cards is enough to really get me a good amount of them. But I think I'll do 1,000 in the pre-sale, and then if I need more, I'll try to buy them up quickly. But Aggro did, Chief FOMO Officer, remind us that those 3 million packs could go pretty quick. A little bit of Genesis Soccer questions in the question and answer thing. Will GLS have a 2-token system just like Splinterlands? They were like, yes. Will Genesis League have think about launching more games without having a licensed deal like they have with the MLSPA? They said no. They're going to want a deal with a team so that they can use with a league. And I think that makes sense because, to be honest, if you're going to sell NFT collectible cards of players, you want them to be real players in a real league with a real fandom, because the thing is, MLSPA players might just want to come play Genesis League soccer without knowing anything about Splinterlands. I'm sure the teams are going to be advertising this because it's a deal with the Players Association. So you're going to have the matches going on. You're going to have, 10, 20,000 people. I don't know how many people go to MLSPA matches, but it's got to be somewhere between 5 and 25,000 people. I know that there's a decent amount in some of the cities of teams that actually have a good fan base, and they go, hey, come check out our new NFT marketplace game where you can get a free account because, on Hive, it's free account. You can have free transactions because I'm sure they're going to be providing enough Hive to the accounts for resource credits. You can buy our NFTs, you can play a little game, and you can earn a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are things that a lot of people are interested in, and it will be like a fun little game that you can play. Hopefully with Genesis League Soccer, they fix one little mistake, and it is very mobile game driven, and I hope they can pull that off. But I do know that Apple pushes back a little bit against crypto games, which is a big bummer because a lot of people have iPhones. Here's where the Rift Watchers and the FOMO was. I skipped ahead a little bit. They were talking a little bit like, would you need 2 vouchers? Will there be multiple pre-sales? You pretty much said, wait for the white paper. There'll be a white paper all about Rift Watchers and what's coming out, and that's when we'll find out everything. They did say that whether or not Splinterfest sells out, they're still going to be having the tournament, so they're not required on the money from the ticket sales to provide all the prizes they're giving out, so that's pretty exciting. We did get a question a little bit about, will DEC be used in staking pools for land resources? This is one of the things that I always thought would help soak up a lot of extra DEC, and that's if they use their stablecoin in liquidity farming of some kind, or at least in liquidity pools for all the different things that we earn on the land. So you would come to tribal decks and you'd be able to trade your iron for DEC, and you'd be able to trade DEC for iron or wood or gold or mana or whatever it is that the different essences are called. He did say that they're maybe looking at a more a better system, and that's using, I think he said it was the Bancor system, but I don't know for sure if that is true. But it's basically where you could put all of the assets together against DEC, and then you'd be able to trade the different assets against each other, and DEC would be mixed in there, backing it all up. And that would be a much better system, I would think, because it is supposed to be designed that we can farm all the resources that we have, and then we can go ahead and go to the marketplace and trade asset for asset to be able to get what we need to be able to mint the cards and the armors and equipments that we want to mint. They did say spells and equipment would be the basic things we would be doing, so it'll be interesting to see once this is all live, but we're probably still half a year away from even getting close to actually minting any cards from our resources from our land. They asked if there would be any more Chaos card rewards cards, or if the next times they would put new ones in would be Rebellion. I think they punted that. I think it kind of depends on how long it takes for Chaos Legion to sell out. If it takes a long time and a couple of the rewards cards go out of print, making it much less likely to get rewards cards, and then they might have to release one more set of cards in the Chaos Legion set, or they could maybe make them Rift Watcher rewards cards. I don't know. We'll have to see what they decide to do on there. There was a question that brought up that kind of made a lot of sense. There's an argument that the top 25 bot farms make up 75% of the leagues in gold and silver, and those players might not be holding SPS. So maybe the pool for the players down there should be even smaller, because to be honest, if you're a normal player, not a bot farm player, you're not really probably staying in bronze and silver for too long. You should be incentivized to move up to gold. But I don't know how much of a problem this is. Maybe you guys disagree with me, but now that they have to rent cards, and I have to say, with SBS earning out, the DEC I'm getting for renting out my cards with the rent golem has been going up and up and up. And today I got one of the biggest payouts I've gotten in a long time, and we're not even at the end of the season. So it's kind of like definite to me that a lot of bot farms are coming back to the game now that they can earn SPS because they see the value. And I would say a lot of people who own bot farms, I don't think they will sell all of their SPS, because they might have to sell some. They might have to cover some costs, right? They have to get some DEC back because if they're renting, or they have to maybe earn their money back that they put into the game by buying cards. But that's what a lot of players do. So I don't think that really hurts us that much. It's a slow burn to get your money back. But in the end, I think that they'll want to have a lot of say in the proposal system. If you're running a bot farm with a lot of accounts, you don't want a proposal coming out banning bots or doing something else. So remember, this is going to be a proposal-based system, and if enough people with enough SPS really wanted the team to finally say no more botting, they could maybe get that done. I don't know if they would listen to that, because they've been very much in the camp of, hey, listen, we're not going to stop bots from playing. We're just going to stop bots from cheating or exploiting the system. I agree with that stance, because realistically, all of those 70% of those accounts that are in those bot farms are spending money to either buy cards for their bot accounts or rent cards for their bot accounts. And as long as we make sure that the rental system isn't one that they can exploit very much, then it should be okay. You guys should know that back in the day, to prevent any exploitation, we used to have to rent cards for 7 days minimum. Now, we could see a proposal to put that back into place, which would prevent bots from being able to at all do the thing where they rent a team for only 1 or 2 days. But that would also hurt you as a regular player. But honestly, I think if you're a regular player, you should be looking to rent your cards for longer term anyways, because now that you don't just get to play one team when you're questing, it's better to have multiple teams that are good. Otherwise, you're gonna lose a lot of matches when you don't get to use those teams you rented your cards for. I don't think, here's the new Rift Watchers. We talked that about. There was a question about if we could use vouchers for a discount for Splinterfest. That didn't end up happening. And I think that's kind of it. I don't think there's anything else that was here that was a big question. If I missed something, leave a comment below. Make sure you come to the Hive post to get in on the giveaway. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. We're going to be giving away 2,000 DEC to somebody here. Cots Carlo won last time, and this time we're getting a name that I can't really read. But hey, congratulations. We'll go to my account. And it's going to be kind of interesting. I think, you know, for now, I'll still giving away this because, you know, when I have to, I will just buy more deck and send it out. I don't earn it anymore, so I'm going to have to go out and purchase it every once in a while with some of my earnings that I do. And that's what I do with a lot of my earnings from Splinterlands TV and from my Hive posts. So make sure you come to the Hive post. It'll be posted below in the video. Also check out Rosie's post. If you can give her a vote, I'd appreciate that. I hope all of you have a good time, but we'll do one little bonus. I have a couple Gladius packs to open. Last time when I opened my Gladius packs, I made you guys watch me hatch my dinos on the 8 Barrels project. So this time we'll just open my 2 Gladius packs. I got my 10 Bloodstones. I went 2 and 3 in my last brawl. Kind of disappointed. It's the first time I haven't had a winning record in a while. But let's see, we got 2 packs. So if we have more than 2 shiny cards, then that's kind of good. Well, there's 3. It's a legendary card. Yeah, let's go. We'll open that one last. So we'll start with these. All right. Let's see. So there's the commons. All not bad. I do like this card. I want to get it leveled up. Let's go ahead and start with this rare. That's not a bad one. That 2-cost Gladiator comes in handy in those low mana matches. This one I don't love, but again, low-cost cards you can fit in. Ooh, this is a great one. I'm so glad I got another one of these ones. Ooh, there's a couple legendaries I don't have. And it's like, do I want to get one of the ones I don't have? Or do I want to get another one of one of the ones I do have? I would love this to be the dragon one, though. I don't have the dragon legendary yet. Let's see what it is. Bloodstone got me a Nightwind. Now, this card, I think I actually have one. I think I had one of those. So we'll go Gladius. Oh, no, not dragon. Legendary. Yep. So now I've got 2 of those. So these are my legendaries I've got. I got the water one. I don't have... I don't have yet the green. I don't have the fire. And I don't have the dragon. And the worst thing about it, you can't go buy these. You have to open them in packs, which is pretty crazy. Now, you can burn them into DEC if you want to, but... you know, once you have them, that's it. So like I can't rent this out. I can only convert it to dark energy crystals, or I can combine them. Now, obviously, I won't probably actually combine them until I can make him level 2. There's no point really in burning the card away. So look at that. I've got 2 of this pretty strong card. He's like, he's a pretty ridiculous tank, you know, with that void armor and bloodlust and, you know, decent speed. Let's see what happens at his next level. Oh, he gets thorns. Wow, and he gets void, so he's a void armor, void character. So the 1 magic guys won't even break his armor. The 2 magic guys will only take away 1 of his armor. And that's pretty wild. And then he starts magic reflecting it. These cards are going to be wicked once you max them out. Nobody's got maxed out legendaries yet. There's no way to speed this up. You just got to play, grind, get those merits, and open a ton of packs. All right, everybody, have a good one. Goodbye.